Let's talk to Sir David Natzler, who is former Chief Clerk to the Commons and is on the line now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is Nicky da Costa right, do you think?
She's obviously right on matters of fact. I have great respect for her, but I'm afraid in terms of interpretation, no. There are two very simple points. One is that in the Public Bill Committee, it can sit for as long as it likes. And if one compares that with a government bill, the sort of bills for which Nicky was responsible, the amount of time they can sit is dictated by a programme motion agreed by the House. And that gives them a date by which they have to finish. So, for example, the tobacco and vapes bill, which they're discussing today in the Commons, they'll then agree a programme motion where the committee will be told they have to report by the 30th of January. Today being in late November. So that will be less time, considerably less time, than the Public Bill Committee, if the bill is passed, will have to discuss the terminally ill adults bill. In the matter of report, which is the stage where the bill has come back to the Commons and where everyone can participate, she's absolutely right. The 4 to 5 hours is as long as a standard day for report. But that is almost exactly the same as what a government bill would get. And if anything, slightly more, because a government bill has to be brought to an end 1 hour before the end of the day, so as to leave time, in theory, for third reading debate, in fact, for votes on various amendments that have been debated but haven't yet been determined.
I suppose one of the questions is whether or not the ground could have been laid, in a sense, before all of this for a more detailed consideration by MPs and a consideration in the light of what various people were saying, but also in the light of the various factual things that need to be decided. In other words, should there have been an impact assessment, which in some cases there is?
Well, an impact assessment is not carried out by MPs, as you will know, Joe, but just to clear, impact assessment is
but it's something they then have access to. That's the point, I suppose.
Yes, they do, but they have access to the bill. And with great respect, it's not terribly difficult to see what the bill is doing. They've had 18 days in which to read it. Earlier in this year, there was, in fact, an inquiry by MPs by the Select Committee on Health and Social Care that took substantial evidence from all the main parties involved, if I can put it that way, or the expert bodies. If they find the bill difficult to read, there are full explanatory notes on the bill, the same as if it was a government bill. There's a 125-page House of Commons library full briefing on the bill, which you may say doesn't take the place of a full government impact assessment. So again, taking, if I may, the parallel of tobacco and vapes, which I was looking at, there the impact assessment is almost 300 pages, full of fascinating economic calculations about the cost on tobacconists and so on. But I don't really think that it'll be read through by that many members of Parliament or indeed anybody else. So the fact is the bill has been there for 18 days. It's entirely clear what it's doing. It's obviously a difficult decision as to which way you're going to vote. But I can't see that giving it much more time or having had yet more people looking at it in advance and during is going to be that helpful.
No. Sir David Natzler, former Chief Clerk to the Commons. Thank you.